Those criminal gangs of the world who run governments according to their will. Discover the world, friends. Our world, which appears simple and tranquil to us, is actually facing severe storms. In today's video, we will tell you about some of the extremely terrifying and ruthless gangs of the world who govern the world in a sense, and even the big political idols fear them or look at them with fear. You'll be surprised to know that these criminal gangs, who have set examples of tyranny and terror, are most commonly found in countries like America. Along with that, even in Japan, which is considered a nation of noble people, such gangs are not absent. The most criminal gangs in the world are found in America's neighbor country, Mexico, and Mexico is considered the hub of human trafficking worldwide. Along with that, there are also a few notorious gangs in Europe that don't let anyone live without their consent. These terrifying gangs have complete control over the lives of ordinary people, and their areas are also known to the police, but the police cannot even think of entering their areas. The reason is the relentless violence and terror initiated by these gangs, in which they ruthlessly shed blood without any consideration. It is because of their tyranny and terror that the police make every effort to not confront them. While these gangs emerge as challenges to authority, there are often reports that the government also utilizes them at its will. In today's video, we will tell you about some of the terrifying gangs of the world. First of all, let's talk about the famous city and infamous gang of Los Angeles. This city, known as the center of gambling, alcohol, and other illegal activities, has a gang that has become the ultimate example of terror and ruthlessness for criminals from all over the world. In the alleys of Los Angeles, the ruling gang's name is MS-13, and this gang has its agents in every street of Los Angeles who keep an eye on everything around them and also keep other agents under control. The reason is that their network is spread very strong throughout the city, and the Los Angeles police cannot do anything against them. If any of their agents come into the spotlight for any reason, or if the police try to harass them, they swiftly launch a vicious attack, including indiscriminate killings, to take revenge. They even do not hesitate to kill innocent children, and sometimes they shoot innocent people intentionally to increase pressure on the government and prevent further investigations about them. This gang is involved in human trafficking along with drug smuggling and other heinous crimes. However, members of this gang mostly do not get caught in cases of extreme violence because they consider it a matter of dignity. Instead, they focus more on extortion and real estate dealing so that the gang's income can be increased. Members of this gang are heavily rewarded, and despite being common agents, they lead very luxurious lives. Secondly, there is a gang present in America that does not hold its hold in any specific city but has some agents in almost all cities of America who act on the orders of the central leadership as soon as they receive them. This gang's name is Aryan Brotherhood, and this gang is mostly involved in drug and human trafficking. Along with this gang is also involved in such crimes which are done in a very organized manner, including major robberies in big banks. This gang also carries out extreme acts of terrorism and swiftly retaliates in a very ruthless manner if any of its members are harmed. Most members of this gang live underground, and under no circumstances do they let themselves be exposed. The gang's covert operations are actually a big challenge for government agencies because they cannot even estimate that even an extremely upright person in a government office or a public place could be a member of this gang. Now, if we talk about the extremely ruthless gang in Mexico, which has become a sign of terror and lawlessness in Mexico, it is the CJNG gang, which also has its influence on Mexico's government and political figures and is involved in drug trafficking as well. Along with terrorism, this gang has such a strong hold on every aspect of Mexico's government and politics that it also maintains hegemony. Along with this, it is also involved in organized crime. It's dangerous that even the government of Mexico, which has a formal army and countless governmental and non-governmental agencies under it, is also terrified of this gang. This gang has created such terror that even if a member of it ventures out openly on the streets, no one dares to look at them, even if the member has openly declared their affiliation with this gang. From this, you can estimate how much control this gang will have over the government of Mexico and how they will dictate terms to the entire government at their whim. Moreover, this gang is mostly involved in real smuggling and drug trafficking. However, other members of this gang also continue to commit minor crimes according to their own will. It can be said that every small and big crime that happens in Mexico is somehow linked to this gang because its members, despite being separate from the gang's high command, continue to commit crimes. Besides real smuggling, this gang also works on contract for major governments and carries out tasks like disrupting situations or even assassinating political leaders, using the assistance of its members present in foreign countries. Now, if we talk about Japan, a country famous for its highly developed and extremely polite people, it also operates under the control of a big gang all the time. The name of this gang in Japan is Yakuza, and this gang also continues its activities openly. Yakuza members openly declare their affiliation with the gang even on their tattoos and cars, but there is no need to stop them. It's also worth noting that the Yakuza gang is not only involved in mental and modern drug trafficking but also holds a significant share in other businesses. In these businesses, real estates and various big companies are also involved. This gang also conducts its criminal activities openly alongside these legitimate businesses. This gang is so powerful that they have their private jets, cars, and large apartments. Along with these, they also have a complete fleet of large sea vessels for smuggling various types of goods in the sea. In this respect, this gang is even more powerful and stronger than the CJNG gang of Mexico. The common people of Japan usually consider this gang as a common business entity. Let's talk about gangs like MS-13, which, in terms of their terror and intimidating actions, have even surpassed MS-13, which holds its dominance over the entire city of Los Angeles. But on the other hand, there are two gangs that keep clashing with each other in the alleys of Los Angeles. One gang is called Bloods, and the other gang is called Crips. Both these gangs are intense enemies of each other and are involved in mental and real smuggling. Along with this, wherever they clash with each other, the people around them suffer. The gang named MS-13 does resort to violence and intimidation when necessary and does carry out acts of violence, but these two gangs unnecessarily continue to be part of such violence and intimidation. This is also the reason why these two gangs have become a headache even for the Los Angeles administration, because they have been completely unsuccessful in controlling them.